It's time for another Power Play show with Coach Frenchy, Andrew Lepage, in our tap, and Michael DiVelleno. It's time, Power Play show. Hey, welcome back to the special edition of the Power Play Show with the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, directly for the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. It's Friday, July 1st, 2022. This is time for the Happy Canada holiday. Hopefully an amazing, great day, everybody in Canada. And hopefully you have a great time with your family. And what about a weekend, at least 3 days over there. And then Monday here in Florida is the Independence Day, July 4th, and we have another celebration. So we have holidays here in Florida, me like Monday, Friday, whatever it is. So tonight we do a special Power Play Show, Fun Friday. We're going to go through different news because you have a lot of news today, a lot of signature, a lot of movement, management, office, coaches, and the players got signed, and a really busy day in NHL. We're getting more busier because the NHL draft is coming very soon, and then you have free July 13th, so you have a couple of players already announced they're not going to sign with the team or going to testing the market. So we're going to talk about the Edmonton Oilers tonight, the New York Rangers, specific to team. We'll talk about some other team around the league, of course, and you can ask any question if you want to. About anything. We're going to do the best we can to answer to your question. The only thing we ask you the night at the Power Play, if you can put the letter Q in front, that'd be awesome. And I'm going to wait a little bit for the green room to invite the people in Insider. Tonight, possible, we have Michael, Andrew, a little bit later. And we're going to get also Park the Monkeys going to join us a little bit later during the night. And don't forget the 5 questions tonight. They are not easy. That's rare. Usually, coach said always it's easy question. Not tonight. But they are fun. We're going to laugh about those 5 questions. They are really unique questions. Never asked in the Hockey Nation Live show. So be ready. Prepare your Google because you're going to look for searching or ask Alexa because she's going to helping you. If not, you're not going to find those answers. But we'll see what's happening. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Why not welcome back Mr. Inartap? He's already in the chat room waiting for me. Right now he's maybe sleeping. So let's see if he's awake. He's not awake. He's not sleeping. He's just waiting behind. He's back on his own office because usually I have a Gary Price behind him. Now he's fine on Friday night. He said, let's go back on my caveman location and be ready. How you doing, Mr. Inartap?
I'm doing great, Coach. Thank you very much, and happy Canada Day.
Yeah, Canada Day over there, and another celebration for the people in Quebec, because honestly, last Friday was the Saint Jean-Baptiste. Now they are back-to-back celebration. Talking about celebration, not to welcome Mr. Stefan Manberg, directly from Sweden, the owners of the Spa Pub restaurant in the corner of the street. Mr. Natap, don't ask me the city. I just know he's the corner of the street. But welcome back, Mr. Stefan Manberg. Thanks to be joining us.
Hey, Stefan.
The one at the beginning, Mr. Natap. Subscriber, the Hockey Nation Live show with Yamo. And we have Andrew over there. Andrew, if you want to join us, you're welcome. I don't know if you are celebrate with your family or not. So if you want to join us, Mr. Andrew, you're welcome. Just, the link and click on the link if it works, everything like that. Thanks to be with us. Angelo! Directly from Marietta. Marietta is show up. Thanks to be with us, Mr. Angelo. Talking about Andrew, I think he's going to show up in the next couple of minutes. We're going to put him in the green room. Angelo, thanks to be with us.
Hey, Angelo. Welcome.
Don't move, Mr. Natap. Don't go nowhere. But here we go.
Magic.
We're going to change the name. But
Michael.
it's okay, not big deal. We just change the name. It's go quickly about this one over there. And talking about welcome, we're not welcome directly from the Texas. Everything is big. The barbecue, I'm still waiting. So I'm talking about the barbecue. I'm just want to get some barbecue from Bill Miller, Mr. Joseph Laham, back in the house tonight.
Joseph.
You are awesome. Yeah, she's back. And Miss Kelly, welcome back in the house. Thanks to join us. Happy Canada Day, Andrew, she said to everybody. And King of the Gamer is in the house tonight. Hopefully, everything have a great week so far. And John D, back again, number one supporter of the Hockey National Show. Like to see him reverse and sync with the other amigos. Kelly, here we go, Mr. John D, about this one over there. He's right now, and is fine. He have a door. Just be sure, careful. He's not going to flip behind, and then the door explodes, and then wake up the dog. Everybody will be, what the heck's going on over there? Or maybe his wife passed and said, what the heck? I've never seen my husband dancing like that, but another subject, another time. King of Gamer, both of you, which ad player prospect do you believe it will have a breakdown season, the upcoming 22-23 season?
I think Gooley's going to have a good year myself. I think he's going to make the team, and I think he's going to be a pleasant surprise myself. I'm not really certain with our first round draft pick right now, since we don't know who it is. That's the big thing. So I don't know how to comment on that part of things. That changes things depending on who we get.
And I'll tap.
I'm going to probably go with Barron. I think that he'll work his way up to the first pairing at some point during the year, and he's going to have a big role on the power play as well. So I suspect that he's probably the most game ready of all our defensemen at this point. So I expect a good year out of him. In terms of the current players, I gotta believe Dvorak will have a bigger year than he did this year. I mean, it's not going to be a huge year point wise, but I just think that if he doesn't get injured and he's on a consistent line, because this year he was tossed around three different lines the entire year and it really didn't produce at the level that he should have until the very end. I think at the end he had a good streak going. He had about 15 points in 18 games or something.
Yes, all right. It'll be boring if I said Byron also, so let's go with. I'm surprised you, but Cole Caulfield.
Yeah,
I can
I
see
thought
that.
of him too.
I like all three names so far.
I think Cole Caulfield could be that one over there. Because you said they were wreck, I would go with someone else. I can't wait to see Gallagher. I know said like he's going to have a great year, but I want to see what it will look like after a couple of months off after that. And see how he's going to play with that new system, everything. So I think Gallagher could be another one with the wreck, honestly, for me. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Daryl Adam 331 said, Coach, see the stop YouTube site say Ab are thinking trading their first round pick with the Devils and taking their second pick. You think would be stupid enough to do that?
I can't see it.
I could see it. I think it would be, and that would explain why there's so much controversy created artificially, may I add, so that they're leading everybody else to believe that they're not going to go with right. So New Jersey would want to get that first pick because they're very high on trying to get Slavkovsky. And so if they can switch 1 and 2, and you're going to get right anyways, plus an asset that New Jersey's going to throw your way, I don't think that's stupid at all. I think that's a stroke
it's not
of
bad.
genius.
It's not bad. I just think they would get a lot of flack for giving up the first round since they haven't had it since 1980, right?
Yeah, I see that, but especially since it's in Montreal. But I mean, if their intention has always been Shane Wright, what does it matter? You take him first or you take him second overall,
Yeah.
and you get another asset with that.
But what kind of asset?
Well, that's the
That's
million
the
dollar
catch.
question. It could be a much later draft pick. It could be a young prospect, maybe a B-level prospect or something. I don't know.
But what would be the point to do that?
Well, if New Jersey's convinced in their mind that they might not get Slavkovsky because Montreal might go for him, and they really need the winger, they don't need the centerman on New Jersey. I think they're pretty stacked down the middle, New Jersey.
Yeah, they
So
are.
if they really want Slavkovsky, they would propose this trade to Hughes.
I just think it's going to be hard to sell to
But yeah,
Montreal
I don't
fans.
see that. You are in Montreal.
Yeah.
You had the first round overall pick.
Yeah.
You're in front of
Yeah.
17,000 people, and then say, "Oh, we have a trade. We're going to give the first round pick for a second round pick," and then they said to you, "Hey, we're going to trade. We're going to get Shane Wright,
Who's going to say that?
New Jersey."
No, they're not going
And
to
that
say
could,
that. New Jersey,
you never
New
know,
Jersey
though.
doesn't want Shane Wright. Believe me, they want Slavkovsky,
Makes you
100%.
wonder, though. Makes you wonder. You're really putting your fate in their hands. And I
True,
just think,
true.
you know what I mean? You're trying to play the trust game with these. We know the business. Can't trust each other that way. They're out to win.
Well,
You
we'll
don't
wait and
think they
see, I
will
guess.
take Logan Cooley?
New Jersey? Okay, if they do, again, if Montreal is
No, as a
dead
number
set on,
as a second.
no, I don't think so. I think they're strong down the middle.
Oh,
I
he's a
think they need
winger.
more help on the wing than they do on
He's a winger.
Cooley's a center, isn't he?
Why he played
He's a
both, but
he
he
played
played
on
more
the
the
wing, yeah,
winger.
yeah.
At 5'10", he would play
Yeah.
more like a winger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they want size, right?
I just feel
You
like
look
you
at
know,
Jack
like
Hughes. He's a bit on the petite side. If you can put somebody big like that on alongside Hughes, that's a
Yeah.
but again,
damage
this for
to
me
the
is the
tree.
same kind of Maxime Lapierre proposition
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a second round pick. Oh, we're going to get a second round pick and let's give him this. It's, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, we're just answering the question here. I don't
yeah,
think it's.
I
Gonna
understand that.
happen either,
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course.
yeah.
Mr. Alan Barnes, welcome aboard. Never order lamb
Yeah.
fries in Texas. Yep, who's that? Yep, so right about this one
Lamb
over there.
fries.
And,
Wow.
you know, I'm going to Thailand. I'm supposed to go. Hopefully I'm going. But they fry some fish like the fish is dead. I understand that. They cook him. But you have nothing. They don't. It's just on the plate like that. Like, what the heck? The head, everything is there. I don't understand how they cook, how they heat that one. I need to figure out this. So I'm going to look about this. But yeah, that's like, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get some video with when I'm eating, right? And something I would try. I would say, what the heck is that? Like a cracker and all kind of stuff like that. Like, you know.
Your
Anyway,
world is going to
Mr.
open up.
Rana is with us tonight. Mr. Rana, welcome aboard. Wallet 80. Happy Canada Day, Mr. Wallet 80. Thanks to be with us. Another directly the neighbor of Mr. Andrew, Sean McIntyre. Welcome back. Voilà, Prince Edward Island. Prince Edward Island.
Beautiful spot.
Yeah, I've been there. I went to the Îles de Madeleine.
No, right on. Right on.
Yeah, I take the boat and I go all the way with there, and then it's a small island.
Yes, very.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
mean, like,
gorgeous.
in 15 minutes, you can do the tour of the island and bike. So now
Pretty
he said,
much.
well, okay, what's next? Well, he said, go in the boat and go fishing. So, all right, that's fine. So anyway,
a great thing.
I see
I love that.
dolphin. Anyway, it was a story like a long time ago. So I remember my story about this. We should move up from 33 to 21, 22, and then we have 3 first-round pick players.
Yeah, I like that myself.
Sure, yeah, that would be good. I would expect that. I would expect to see that. Something like
Yeah,
that will happen.
I kind of think with between Petrie and Anderson, we're going to end up with something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I still they're not going to trade Anderson, sorry. I still believe they could trade Petrie to the Dallas Star for 18 overall pick, and then give them a 62 or the 33 pick if he have to, and then they could trade the 33 and the 62 to the Pittsburgh at 21 or Washington at 20 because both of them are looking for, and you gave them the 26. So I'm sorry, 26, 62, and you jumping on the 21. And then if you are a specific player, you can the one you can there. Both teams are looking for prospect. They don't have enough prospect the last couple of years. So I think they are the Montreal can jump in there. Now, I don't know they will give 33, 62 in return. But I think Montreal, imagine they have one 22nd or 21, 20 or 18, and then they get 26. Whatever is nice. 33 guy, yeah, not big difference between 26, 33 on this NHL draft at that moment, in my eyes.
Yeah, great.
So, New Jersey has not said they want Sikorsky or would absolutely take the best option at the time. That's rumor right now. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. If it's right, they will take Shane Wright. They don't see any problem about that one over there.
Everything we read and hear right now, it's all rumor, speculation.
You almost got to ignore it because everybody's singing a different song, you know, trying to create hype on it all. So you almost got to wait.
Exactly.
Wait it out.
Exactly.
And one thing I thought about, if Montreal wants Slavkovsky, made a deal with New Jersey so that New Jersey does not pick Slavkovsky, they may be trade down to second round pick. Yeah, I don't think so, King. Honestly, I don't see what happening. And Real Deal Prim is in the house. It's forward from one end to another. It's not big, but that's small. No, I understand about this one over there, Sean, about this. But it's an island really where I was expect like more like. But it's beautiful, by the way. Lila is Maglen is beautiful summertime. Honestly, I went to fishing. I was joking about this, but I went fishing over there. I eat a lot of great.
You would need a snack if you did
seafood over there. Fish, everything like that. Pierre Martin is in the house. Yep. And then Trio Extraordinary. Welcome, Mr. Pierre Martin. Thanks to be with us tonight. You have the best of the best for tonight on the Friday, July 1st. First prospect got arrested today in Russia for evading army service. No training camp for him, maybe.
Yeah, I heard that.
Looked like he signed a contract with the team, like SCKA or something like that.
Yes,
and this story, guys, make maybe some team nervous to recruit some Russian players.
Very much so.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not on that same, galaxy or the same way where they at them right now in their life and that country versus what we at right now. So they are limited for what they have to do, everything like that. So I don't know how easily they can get out of the country, everything like that. So it will not be maybe easy for those young men whatsoever they get traded or they get picked. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that will affect some picks for them?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
100%. 100%. And you know what? Whatever team decides to take a gamble probably might be mid to late second round. Some of these, there's a couple of Russian players that should have gone in the first round.
Yeah.
They're going to score big if they come over and perform.
And those kids lose money on that way also.
That's right.
It's a really sad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Autocorrect is not talking about. What do you think, guys, of the tornado that is destroyed the San Jose management team? Do you think the storm is over or it will be more victim?
Is there anything left?
Well, the invisible GM got rid of the coach, so they're gonna have to totally.
They're blowing it up.
If they're smart, they'll rebuild.
Yeah,
they have a couple players they can build around, definitely. But at this point, you got to get rid of some of those contracts. You need somebody in charge that has a vision for the team, because we haven't seen that. Even when Wilson was there towards the later years, I wasn't seeing anything promising. And it was so against Wilson because he started to give out these huge, long contracts for huge amounts of money, and we saw where that led, which is where we are today. Need somebody that's a little bit more financially responsible, but yet has a vision for where this team needs to go and how to build.
Yeah.
Vlasic, 3 years to go. He's 35 years old. 4 years to go. $7 million.
Carlson,
They're going to have a hard
Carlson.
time getting rid of those contracts. They're like us.
Brent Burns, 3 years to go. He's 38, 37.
See, Brett,
And then 11.5 for 5 more years to go with Carlson.
That's right. That's the real anchor right there.
Yeah.
Because I think Burns at trade deadline time might still be able to get San Jose a decent haul back, but I don't know about Carlson unless you retain some of that
Not
contract. It's
Yeah, you'd have to. You're in the same situation as the Habs with Price. You're going to have to at least eat up half of that contract.
yeah,
Carlson's almost impossible.
I know.
And I think you're right there with Wilson, too, there, Enertap. I think the last 4 years, he wasn't doing things quite the same. Didn't seem like he was really into it.
Kutcher is at $8 million for 4 more years. 33
But
years
that's
old.
okay. I mean, he's a decent player. You can still use him. They signed a Hurdle.
They never recover from Pavelski departure.
No, they haven't.
No.
And they gave $4.7 million at Kevin Labac at 26 years old.
Doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like Bergevin, don't it?
So if you look about this, Marc Bergevin is going to the Hall of Famer beside Doug Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
They're going to be going in there holding hands.
that's crazy when you think about this one over there. But the Agile Fund Richard are going crazy. There is one coaching spot left. Who do you see been behind the bench for the Sharks? The way it's going on right now, Parker Monkey with Barnes and Winnipeg. I think Stan Bowman's coming back. He's got a phone call right now. And that league. I'm still shocked about Rick Barnes.
I'm shocked.
I don't
they
get
didn't
it.
take Potter.
I really don't get it.
Like when I saw
would
that
take Potter.
today on at the 12 o'clock show, like it threw me off. I thought,
Yeah.
and then the only thing I can think of, and again, I have no basis for this particular statement I'm about to make, but I think they might just use him as a fill gap, to fill in the year. And the man that they're really after is Trotz, who's postponed his decision for a year. And maybe they'll take Trotz next year. But for this year, let's put somebody that is defensive minded, will hopefully, help the team at least defensively. And then next year we get Trotz. I don't know.
I don't like it, though. Between you, nothing against Bonus.
No,
He was a
you
good
can't
coach
do
in
that.
his day. He was a good coach in his day, but I think his time is up between you and me.
Plus, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you look at his record, his percentage, it's like it's in the 300s, like mid 300s, 360 or something. It's
And I think-
a horrible record.
For Winnipeg, I mean, I think honestly they're, it's kind of, they don't have a big window. So you're playing
No, I
with
know.
fire there. You're really
And-
playing with fire.
And can he handle these disgruntled players that he has on that team?
Block.
Like Wheeler
Block.
and Dubois now, Scheifele. Like they're all loose cannons.
Yeah.
I mean,
Big
interesting
egos.
about
Big
that one
egos.
over there. John D. Possible Vancouver has enough money to sign Nick Cushion and trade for Miller?
Well, today they signed Brock Besser.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
so
that was a
I
good
can
deal.
give you the answer for that one over there, if you don't mind. They have only $2 million right now at
Oh,
19 players signed. So they still have to sign 4 players at $2.1 million. And this year, guys, they carry on for 1 more year. $3.5 million on Michael Fell. Oh, he's a long term, so don't worry about that. They still carry on $2.4 million money cap for Brendan Oldby and Jake Vartanen, 2 of them. and they have to sign Edmore, Lamico, Chiasson, Richardson, and Brent Hunt. The defenseman is pretty solid over there. So honestly, they don't have enough money. Now, maybe I can explain to you, John, one thing. Nick Cushin is a free agent, a UF free. So they're not going to be trade for Miller. It's not necessary for the Vancouver to give a center like Miller and return to get Nick Cushin because they don't have to pay him at all. So now Vancouver can trade Miller to the Colorado, and they can get maybe a pick, 2 pick, whatever it is, a prospect with that trade that would advantage the Vancouver on return. But otherwise, that will save $5 million. I don't see Miller in Colorado.
No, I don't either.
I see on the East Conference.
For some reason, I see Rangers. I don't know why, but I think they're like one
We're
of
going
the
to talk
big
about the
players.
Rangers, but you're absolutely right. They're losing the 2 center over there, and also they're losing pass. I see him at 2 locations. I don't know how. I think, and I could be wrong here, but I think you're going to like say, Coach is smart. It's happened sometimes. Not a lot, but sometimes it's happening. So I believe the Carolina Hurricane will trade Martin Nakash for
See
Miller
that?
and something together to get Miller. I think Miller could be a good one there. I think an Eden Bear with Nick Cash, a 2nd round pick, it could get Miller. Now, they said they're not going to trade, they're not going to keep Tkachuk, they're going to give the 2nd center to Kotkaniemi. So
They haven't learned their lesson yet. Okay.
So I think they see Kotkaniemi like the next Mark Macy. I don't know, but that's another story. But I think Miller could be also with the Washington Capitals.
Yeah.
I think that's
Miller
another
could
one they
be
can look about
forward.
this one over there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Capitals have enough. They will have to give away a young prospect like Lapierre or McMichael if they have to. But that would be interesting to see that.
Do you see him in Toronto?
I'm sorry?
Do you see him in
I don't
Toronto?
see him in Toronto.
No. Because you have Tavares Matthews.
Yeah.
I don't see.
But it's the kind of player Toronto needs, though.
Yes, you're right there. The type.
Wise.
Position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think so. Do you think the Washington should trade the 2nd pick for Miller?
No. No, I don't believe so.
No.
I don't see it happening.
It's not a bad idea.
You can't rule it out. That's for sure.
Now, I would say to you, you add an Allender or you like a Potaskin or another prospect they have Vancouver already in the lineup,
Yeah.
and you get Miller. Now, they will targeting more like a defenseman for New Jersey if they trade a 2nd round pick like that, the 2nd overall pick.
They'll want it.
Yeah. So, but it's not like, it could be that way because Miller honestly can play winger.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can. He can
So
play.
it's not like end all for this one, is it? San Jose should call up Arizona for life support, take a contract. Yeah. Coach should be the president of San Jose director.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Go for it.
Let's petition.
Happy Canada Day, Nat Lafont. Welcome aboard, Nat. Glad to see you tonight.
Hey, Matt. Welcome.
Mes 2 frères aussi, des jumeaux. C'est la fête de mes 2 frères jumeaux. Bonne fête à tes jumeaux, tes frères. Mr. Jeffrey Alter, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us tonight. For all of you with the Doc Sabre, Arizona, Detroit having 33 to 39 million in cap space, who do you think Abs should trade to those teams with a little or no money? Keep by Abs price update.
Well, I could see Petrie if he doesn't go to Dallas, going to Detroit. So that could be a possibility. What were the other teams? I don't see anything with Anaheim. What was the other team?
Seattle's already interested
Buffalo.
in Drouin, so why not? Right? If they're really interested in, give them to them.
Yeah,
You know, and they
I
got the
don't see
coin.
Buffalo either. I don't see Buffalo.
That would be hard for Montreal to trade in the same division like Detroit Sabres, first of
Yeah.
all, right? Arizona Ducks. Now, I'm going to surprise a little bit there, but Arizona, I think a guy like Armia can go there.
Yeah,
He
that could
could,
work.
yeah.
That
At
could work.
Arizona.
$3.4 million, Arizona, I think they can pick it up there. Now, they can also go for the long-term injury reserve.
Yeah,
Who can? Who can take a
Arizona.
Arizona? Yeah, yeah. They have the space.
yeah, for
Who
sure.
is going to get there?
It's a good question.
Carey Price.
Do you think?
He won't go to
I think
Arizona though.
I don't know. I just got this bad feeling we're stuck with him.
I don't see him back in the ice.
No, I don't see him playing. But I don't know if anybody would take that contract.
I think he's going to try his best to lace him up again and play.
I think you're right. He'll try.
It just matter. The key thing is how he's going to respond to these treatments he's getting. If he has to get operated on, he's going to go on the LTIR and then he's going to retire.
Yeah,
But I
that's
think he remains a HAB.
I do too.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, the good news about here, we don't have a lot of money for bonus, but honestly, I have a few. But he still have a 10 million point five on the AAs. See, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I think for him, he cannot retire right away.
No, after 1 year that he's on the LTIR.
He could
He
be
can
another
retire.
like Weber,
Yeah,
Right.
holding
Yeah.
this until this all the way.
Yeah.
That's not a
Probably.
good news for Montreal to get those 10.5. So
Well, yeah. You don't want to fill your. They can
No.
only put 2 people on their LTIR. So
yeah. So
in case
there's
something
the thing about
happens.
this one. Thank you, Jeffrey, for your question. Are we successful identifier? King of Gamer, what do you guys think of the Elgin Malkin possibly leaving Pittsburgh? From what I heard, the other him seeing somewhere visiting. Which direction they go for the Pittsburgh? It's one of the subject we have tonight, but go ahead. Anybody want to talk about Malkin, everything?
I think he's
I-
definitely headed out. I do think he's headed out. They got to part with somebody, and I think he's the perfect candidate with his injuries. Maybe somebody like Seattle. I don't know. Can they take him on, or does Florida tempt fate? Right?
I could see that with Florida, maybe. But I think definitely their number one priority right now would probably be Letang. If they could agree to the numbers.
Super chat.
Oh, we have a super chat,
to be
ladies and
synchronized.
gentlemen. Let's go. Here's the car. The Faratap is coming right now. Here we go. Super chat, Mr. John D. Super chat. Reverse. Reverse. Chop, chop, chop. Mr. John D. Super chat, $10. Thanks so much, Mr. John D.
John Hype.
We're going to have a Park the Monkeys coming to join us in the next couple of minutes. Stay where you at, Mr. Park the Monkey. We'll go to pick you up about 3 minutes. So thanks to be with us tonight. King of Gamer, for Andrew and our tap, if McDonough get trade, which team do you think he will be the most interested in acquiring him?
Detroit.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a possibility, especially just to give some experienced personnel there. Hey, bud.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad.
Good, good, good. Thanks.
Constance, what you doing? What you said?
Which
In our
question
tap,
are we answering? Which question are we answering? Kim?
McDonough.
Oh, McDonough. Yeah, I was actually surprised to see the Tampa sort of head that direction. Um, if he does go, it'll probably. I mean, I agree with Andrew. I think that there's a strong possibility that he does go there to Detroit. Um, I'm trying to think of where else he could land.
Edmonton.
Edmonton, yeah.
Yeah, if
That'd
he
be
goes
another
out west,
spot.
yeah, that would be a solid addition, actually.
Yeah.
Edmonton, what I think is the one over there. They can look about this one. They have a
I
few
mean,
backup defensemen over there, but I think the reason to do this will be explained to you is Sergachev is ready now to jumping from the third pairing to the second pairing behind Edmund, and they
yeah.
feel like they don't necessary to use a defenseman like too much money on the left defenseman with Edmund, Sergachev, and McDonough at current about like 20 million dollars from one side of the defenseman. So I think that's the reason they tried to get. Everybody thought it was going to be Killorn, but I think they would keep Killorn if they have to. But this is all about because of Palat at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think that's
that
the win out.
clear
Of
signs.
course,
Clear signs. McDonough was definitely he's fading out a bit. So you could see the age is starting to catch up to him a bit. He's not
Yeah.
the same McDonough.
yeah,
But
he have
Killorn's
no
not either.
clothes, right? So he's really about this. Now remember, last 24 years old, Sergachev 4.8, and then he become RFA. So that's the preparation for a year and 2 years about this praise boy he does with that part. So
Yeah.
Grooves, welcome back from UK. Late over there. Celebration,
Hey,
maybe.
Grooves.
I don't know.
How's it going?
Toronto need 2 goalies. Anything of you?
One.
Park, when you want to talk, I'm not going to ask you every time. You're just jumping. So
Yeah.
you're
want
part of the
Crosby?
team. So
I mean, I could see him going after Blackwood. Maybe they could try to, depending how Blackwood's market value is. Maybe they can try to give their second round or maybe their first round. It depends how much they believe in Blackwood. Blackwood, like 2 seasons ago, was really really good, but he got
I like
he
that.
got COVID really really bad, and that really affected him. And we'll see. I mean, he's not vaccinated, so I don't know how he'll do well in Toronto. So I don't see that possibility as well.
now,
Good choice.
when he say he had 2 goalies, I think they like Calgary a lot.
Yeah,
He's gonna be
Secondly,
the backup.
is below at $1 million.
Yeah.
right.
Thirdly, they would give away Merrick to Chicago or Arizona.
I got an interesting one. Could you see them trading Muzzin for Varlamov?
Varlamov could go there.
No.
Because you can solidify the Owls top 4, and then you get the Leafs number 1 goalie.
But they got
I
it.
think
They do.
I
They would
think-
still need to replace Muzzin. That's the thing. They would still need to fix that spot. I do agree with you that Muzzin is something they should look of unloading, but they got to find somebody to replace him, like a Manson, right?
Yeah, I think it depends how much they really believe in Sandin as well, if he's going to make that real next step.
I wouldn't. I'm not
Well,
sold on him.
Yeah.
Lilligren is their plans there, but I just see Muzzin's lost. He's lost a bit of an edge. He's not as. He definitely doesn't have the same speed that he used to.
Exactly.
I think that would not advantage Islanders.
No.
And that
No.
open the door to find Toronto a left defenseman. They have Giordano there, Sandin, they have O'Reilly. So it's not end of the world. But you can get a left defenseman like Chariot at $3.5 million as a second pairing. And that would give them a goaltender like Varlamov at $5 million for at least for 1 year. So I think that, and then they save money Toronto because Marseille have 2 more years to go, maybe 3. I think it would be advantage Toronto if they do that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think
I
it has
just
to be
don't see
something
the
more
Islanders.
going the Islanders' way to do that.
Yeah.
To be honest, because like you say, I think they'd be getting the rotten end of the stick there. So I think they'd have to gain something more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the flip side, Marzin is 2 years only. He's 33 years old, but they need a left defenseman, Islanders too.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad idea.
I like the Varlamov part of it. I think that's another good choice to Toronto.
But again,
as well.
like everybody, I would say to you guys, why they don't sign Campbell?
I think he's too much for them.
You know, maybe it's weird. He's good in these small sample sizes, but these, like we saw in the playoffs, he was not. He led those weak goals. Same with 2020. He choked against in the first round. He led in some squeakers, and
Yeah.
And then you look at that. Then you look at that sample size, but before the All Star, he looked amazing, like a top 5 goalie. But then he really started to dip. Like I believe after the All Star, he was like a sub 900 goalie.
Well,
That
Mr.
seems to be
NHL, I'm sorry about that.
Welcome. The problem is he hasn't played a full season, right?
Yeah, this year, yeah.
And you can't until he gets to that stage. It's
But his
going to be hard
playoffs,
for him to command $6 million.
yeah.
But you know
his
what?
playoffs,
Even this year, but can you blame him this year or even last year?
he does let in some goals that you really question, like when it's crucial timing, and he's done it 2 years in a row. He's done well. Now, I'm not knocking him that he hasn't played well, but there's some crucial moments he just doesn't nail it. He lets in some really soft goals. So I do think there's a little bit of slippage at crucial times for him. He's a great season goaltender.
Yeah.
NHL Hockey News U report is on the house. Welcome back, Mr. NHL. Thanks to be with us tonight, directly from Connecticut. Every year, some players slip in there. Example, Josh Anderson, 89, I think, 2012. Question, Coach, where do you rank Josh Anderson from the crop of 2012? Same question for the panel.
Did
you read it?
Real quick. I know 2012 was not good for the top 4. You have that was the Yak Attack, right? Yeah.
Did you get it, the question, or not?
Yeah, I got it.
In our tap?
Yeah, the print's
I'm
too
just
small on
looking
my
it over.
screen, so you'd have to tell me who the players were.
Where
It's
do you
all like
rank?
Josh Anderson. Like, where do you rank him in the overall 2012 draft board if you were to redraft?
Who was drafted that year?
Can we
That was
see?
That was the Yakupov one, but they had like a lot of great defensemen like Riley, Lindholm, Trouba, Dumba, Wilson, Hurdle,
Oh, yeah.
Teravainen, and
Ooh.
Vasilevsky is number 1 in that one. No debating.
It's quite a ways down then.
Yeah,
A ways down.
It was 95, by the way.
He was 95th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's better. He's on the better end of the forwards. Like he's like there with Stevenson or I don't know. I'm just looking through it real quick. Yeah.
Antanasio have 105 game and 105 goal. Him has 101 as a forward. Both of them, everybody on the 3rd round pick, 2012, nobody have 100 goals, so they are better there. Second round pick on that year, 2012, no one have 100 goal. And that's the year the Katchenak, right? Katchenak,
Yeah.
10 overall pick. He has only 146 goals. And Yakupa was number 1. He's only played 60 goals on that one over there. And that year, the only one is good. Philip Forsberg, number 11 overall pick by the Washington Capitals. 115, Tom Wilson. 181, Thomas Earl. Taravenen for Carolina, 118. 132, Tanner Persson. So they have about 6-7 players in front of Anderson.
Yeah.
It was a terrible year draft in NHL.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Not
great
good at
year.
all. From the sounds of that, it does not sound good, those players.
About this one over there. Mr. Mikolov, welcome aboard. Probably the same with the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, I think Ottawa's getting that direction about this. Mikro, Ron with Kings, welcome aboard. And Mikro.
Hey, Ron.
And Frank Zalazar, the Cubano from South Florida Panthers, back in the house. He's somewhere around the world on vacation or whatever. He's coming back from vacation.
Hey, Frank.
And from Chicago, Illinois, Blackhawks fan 97 back in the house tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Notre
brother.
ami, welcome back, our friend Charlie Farrell from Canada. Welcome back, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
And we hit the wall. We hit the bottom. Do you think the LA can have a T-Bar playoff run with the additional of the Kevin Fila?
Absolutely.
It's going to be a big
Yeah.
help.
They
Big
took
help.
Edmonton to 7 without Jowdy and Arvidsson.
Yeah.
And they are not done yet.
No.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Exactly.
address the defense as well.
They have another year of their younger players. Maybe they try to get Turcotte in there. Byfield could take the next step. We'll see.
Exactly.
Jeffrey said Montreal trade Drouin for Comtois adds through a second or third round pick. What do you think?
I'd give them
I'll take it.
four draft picks to get rid of Drouin.
I don't know when Anaheim will go that direction yet. Anaheim is not rebuilding over there, Jeffrey. So
We want to touch them.
Drouin, honestly, I believe the Seattle Kraken could be a good direction over there for first over there. Arizona
And they're
could be
in.
another team that can go there. That's number 2. And then depends what he look like. And at trade deadline, they maybe make a move. It's $5 million as a UF free. So I would not be surprised they keep him, increasing his value from October to February. And his value is great. They will trade him. If not, they just let him go. Keep with him until the rest of the year. But we'll see what happens. But that's maybe the only plan about. Pierre Martin said, so late pick have a great potential. It's not a lot happened, Pierre. If you look about the Montreal Canadiens, the only one from 4 to 7 play 250 game is Brendan Gallagher and the history of Montreal Canadiens since 2005. So Pierre, it's like when you pick at that level under the effect like the Kucherov or those kind, players like that, the chance to hit a home run, Pierre, at that 4, 5, 6, 7 is rare. You have only 1 or 2 could get out, and maybe 0. It's rare over the 2 or 3 Pierre per draft pick. You can go every year and looking about this, and it's not happened a lot, unfortunately. I'm in the UK, but I'm Canadian. Bruce, congratulations. Joseph, welcome aboard. Joseph Phyllis is under us. First time, I believe. Welcome aboard. What do you would take to get Dubois?
If you're the Jets,
I don't
you're
wanna-
looking for defense. If you take Wright, you have Suzuki and Wright. Why would you want to do Bob a third line center?
We already got a
Plus, he
problem
doesn't-
with Anderson, and I see another repeat of Anderson with Dubois. He's got a little higher ceiling than Anderson, but he has the same work ethic issues. And that's one thing I know. Tortorella is an older style coach, but he's got a good eye for hockey players, and he
With
didn't
Coppins-
have great words for either one of those two, right?
With Copp and Strome out of for the Rangers, do you see Anderson getting traded there possibly to fill in their?
It's a possibility. Yeah, I could see that.
Because I think he'll
Where
fit
to?
well in their Gallant.
I think they're interested in him. I think New York is interested in him as well.
In Anderson?
Yeah, both New York teams actually.
Yeah, I can see the Isles,
Strange
but
enough.
they have a lot of those big contracts as well
But-
to get ready.
Yeah, they have to take care of some other players right now on their team. They have Kopp that they have to sign up. There's a couple of other
That's a
ones
big-
before they can even start thinking towards that. And again, you're talking about I don't know. I don't see it with the Rangers. I'll be honest with you.
He's a
Yeah, only
great.
'cause there's rumors
It depends how you see him. It's a guy scored 25 goals per year, and he give you 60, 65 points per game per season. That's who he is. So on that level, he's a second center in the NHL. He's not a first level.
You're talking
So-
about Dubois.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Bud was talking about Anderson
Anderson. Yeah.
to the
Oh
Rangers.
no, I'm following
Uh,
the question about what he talked about because in our top said and we said Wakitic. I think 28 goal last season is great. Got 60 points. He played about 18 minutes. He have a lot of minutes last season. He have 15 goal last year, guys, on power play.
I give you
Yeah, I
that,
feel like
Coach, but
he'll be good
we're
in the
trying to
playoffs.
create a good culture. and
Yeah.
he's not a character with good culture.
Well,
I think
that's
we'll be good in like the
exactly it. Like,
playoffs.
you got to realize now that's 2 teams in a row now
Yeah,
that he's
Well,
he
he
hasn't.
did not ask to trade in Winnipeg. It's not
No,
what he said. What he
He's
no,
just going to
no,
said,
it's
test free
not.
agency.
he said in 3 years, I will maybe go on the free market on the UFA. That's only what he said. That's only thing
Yeah,
what he said.
right. But now I'm looking at it from this perspective, and he didn't like being with Tortorella because Tortorella demands quite a bit from their players, especially
yeah,
effort wise and in
yeah,
terms of defensive style too, like blocking shots, coming back checking, making sure you
exactly.
do that before you think about scoring, right? And I don't see now Bonus being any different. Bonus is
Yeah,
very much a defensive style player, and I'm telling you, Dubois is not going to want to feed into that unless he
he
changes
was
his
having
attitude.
he was having enough trouble with Paul Maurice that he couldn't even get into his system. So he doesn't like discipline whatsoever. And to me, I've watched his playoffs, and not all that impressive for a guy that's supposed to produce. He's again like Anderson. They just seem to disappear more often than they show up.
Yeah, but he scored 30 goals per year. I don't know what you
Again,
expect.
I can see maybe the
he's got
Colorado
a
try to
higher
get him.
ceiling.
I don't. He
He's
scored 30 goals a year. I don't
Again,
know
that
how
doesn't do it for
he's
me.
not a
You got to have a
45
good
goal per
character.
year. The guy.
Yeah, but I
No,
mean, you
no,
can have one of the guys that
yeah,
poison
I
your whole
get that,
team
but
too. Is that going to do
the
it?
question you have to ask yourself is what's more important for you? A player that's going to score 35 goals or a player
Right,
that's going to feed into the system and create a culture of winning?
right.
But I think again, it's don't tell me he did not work. The kids work hard. The kid
Again,
every game he show up, he play physical, he work hard every single game.
totally disagree.
No,
Totally
no,
disagree.
no, he didn't. There are
He did
nights he
not.
disappeared.
Playoff
You're
Yeah,
game, right? Playoff game, 3 point and 7 game. The year before, 10 point and 10 games. The year before, 5 point 10 game. The guy in playoff, he show up.
he's talented, coach. He is very talented. We're not knocking his talent, but he disappears more than he shows up. So I have to disagree. If that
Maybe
guy
he just
would put
need,
his mind to it, he'd be one of the top guys in the league.
maybe he just needs a better coach. He's been with Maurice and
Yeah.
Torts. Maybe imagine someone like I'm not saying he'll go to Tampa. Imagine what John Cooper could teach him and how much better he'll be.
You can try, but I mean, then who was it Lowry as well? How
Who
many
have a
guys
better
can
year last year?
work
Max
for,
Sheffley or
right?
Pierre-Luc Dubois?
Again,
Dubois, but of
Dubois
course,
is better, yeah.
you figure. But here's what happened, right? Wheeler was out most of the year. He didn't come back until very
Who have
late.
a
So,
bad temper?
so
Is it
Du-
Dubois or Sheffley? Who have a
Sheffley.
bad reputation
I-
inside the locker room? Is it Sheffley
Okay,
or Dubois?
I
They're
agree.
different
I think
reasons. Different
I
reasons.
think they both
Yeah.
are. I think they both
Yeah.
are bad. Even Wheeler,
Yeah.
I don't think has a great attitude either. So that's why
I
I
agree.
think putting Bonus in this situation right now, I don't know how the players are going to react. Those three in particular, I do not know how they're going to react to this.
I
And
agree.
then there's this Kyle Connor being like the best player ever. He's being the nicest.
Right.
He's a team guy. At least he's got that going for him, Connor. You know.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's start getting there. We have a few people right there. What do you think about Dubois? All right. It sounds like when a team rebuild, it takes forever. Do you guys think rebuilding is overrated?
Now when you
I
see a
think-
perfect example like Tampa, where they got Hedman, they got Stamkos, they waited a little bit, they drafted Duran. We'll get to that part later. And then, they drafted Vasilevsky in those first 4 years. They made that little cup run. In the meanwhile, in the third round in 2013, 2014, they get Point, they get Kucherov to develop / wait for. They go to the 2015, they go on that Stanley Cup run. They made it all the way to the Stanley Cup. They had Ben Bishop, they traded Ben Bishop. You see their trades. They traded Duran for Sergachev. And because of those assets from rebuilding, you see the effects now with the 2 Stanley Cups.
Exactly. It's a must for teams when they get too far down. It's a must do.
It take average Frank about 7 years.
Yeah.
And you think about Tampa Bay, he started with 10 Stamkos in 2008.
Right.
And he reached the
Takes a bit
final,
of
I think,
time.
in 2015. So The
But
time
it's worth
during
it,
that
Ian.
lap, you get Vasilevsky, you get Kisherov, you get everybody, and you add all the way with there, Frank. So you have to be patient when you go from the bottom. Like Detroit Red Wings, they are what now, year number 4 or 5, and that will give them 2 more years. And if they continue to draft like they do, they're going to be really a great team in the next 3 years after that.
Really.
Dwayne will make
They all go
everyone
through it.
eat their words. I expect a good season next year with MLS cheerleading skill.
Did you say Drouin?
Yeah. Again, I expect Drouin to get 60 points with Martin Saint-Louis.
Yeah,
I
you know
expect
what?
him to hold
I do
pom-poms
too.
real well.
If he stays healthy, and that's a big if,
He had a good
he's
start.
capable. He's capable
He,
of picking
he
up
always has
60
good
points.
starts. He always has good
Yeah.
starts. He's good at setting up for a while, but then as the season wears and people start hitting a little more, then he starts backing off.
Right. He's
Yeah.
soft.
Yeah, very. Like Royale toilet paper.
Does anyone know if
Atlanta.
Wright is an Abs fan?
Yes, he does. He does. Like he would love to be in Montreal. I'm quoting
He
him
wouldn't hate
directly.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he said that.
It's not a bad question. It's not like really a bad question, Cruz. We are here to give information. It's always said the question never people ask is that's the one is the silly one they should ask. So for you, Groves, I will say to you, it's July 7 and July 8 this week. We're going to be live to create those 2 days. We're going to do this. Why do you think Armia is so inconsistent, and why does he go so quiet most night? He has to skill, but always time to get a pass. Blame effort when he can be so much better.
That's a
Again,
good
work
question.
ethic.
I mean,
Work ethic. He doesn't want to put it in.
yeah, you know, he's got the size, he's got the skill set, he's a decent enough skater.
Yeah.
You know, he can get into the corners when he has to.
I mean, look at
He's got a decent touch around the net too. Like it's not that you know this guy can't score, but it's one of those
protection.
it's
When
one of
puck
those
protection-
intangibles.
he's one of the best at puck protection. If he would just stick
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? You know?
But it's one of those intangibles that you know, like we can look at their skills, but
Super Chat.
Super chat, ladies and gentlemen. Puck Monkey, you have to follow. Here we go. Super chat number 2 of the night. Mr. John D did it again. Reverse. Chop, chop, chop. Super chat, John D. Super chat. John D did it again. Thank you so much. I appreciate about this one over there. Here's another one, guys. When you got draft pick high, you maybe don't reach your full expectation about this. He was overall 18. Overall,
Who?
right? But now,
Armia.
the last 2 years, I don't want to give excuse. COVID, 4 times.
Yeah, that's true.
He never recovery for the last 2 years. But let's move on before that. 18 goal, 13 goal, 12 goal, 10 goal, and this has never been a full year. So he's got an average of 16 goals per year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. Third line. Yeah.
Now, if you use him as the third liner, he can score those kind of goals, 15 to 20 goals. If he's not hurt, if he don't have COVID, everything like that, the possibility is there. What I don't think is sad is when the playoffs start, like another Finland players, he disappear.
Yeah.
And most of them, that's what happening to them. But as a guy can score 15 goals in the NHL when he's full healthy.
And he should be doing it regularly. If you look, when he played just before getting drafted, he played in the Liga as well. And look at his stats when he was in the Liga. They're better than the 2 years that Slavkovsky's been there.
Yeah.
If you look at the data.
But again, look what he did on the European Ice World Championship. He was great over there. Right?
But that's
He was
my
phenomenal.
point. Like he's capable.
Why?
It's,
He's a big guy and he protect the
He's got
puck.
the ability.
He's strong
Yeah,
on the
got the ability.
legs.
right.
So
Yeah.
so that's happening about this. So I'm just saying I'm another screen for a bite. No problem. Was PLD complaining during the season all about that?
Not this year.
I don't think so. His dad was the coach.
Pierre-Luc Dubois?
I'm sorry?
That was Lowry.
Yeah,
That is-
Lowry was the coach.
His dad is an inside organization, I believe.
Pierre-Luc Dubois? Yeah? Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought it was okay. I got
They have
a little
also
confused.
Laurie over there, but Dubois,
Yeah.
his dad, I think he's like coach in Manitoba moves, or he's also a scout over there.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
That's missing. Now, let's mettre à succession is from Russia. Micro. Yep, it is. Everything's finished par O. Usually they are coming from Russia. Is this a good idea to send Armia to Philadelphia so Total Light fire him under him?
Good
Well,
luck.
Philly really want him though. Like they don't have a need for an Armia.
No.
Tortorella will stop him.
Oh.
He won't set an offensive fire under him.
No.
Thank you so much, Mr. John, again for your super chat. I appreciate a lot. Chop. Que tu prends, premier Nat, je suis entre eux. Drouin was never same after he got hit by Ovechkin. Ça doit être les mêmes. Happy got all the Canadians in the chat. Mr. K, back in the house, directly from North Carolina. Welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us tonight. Mr. Terry T. Don't forget, guys, if you have any question, click on the likes.
Oh my God!
That'd be great. As that's Palka Monkey when you show up. You say, oh my God. Well, that's not story. Here we go. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to fire up because I prepared some stuff for you guys. So, we have a question. So we're going to get set. Mr. Angelo, Blues interested in Kachuk and the Devils and Kraken and Goodrow. But both said that they want to stay in Calgary. Stay or going?
Kachuk is staying. He's RFA.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
Yeah,
staying.
he's not going anywhere.
No.
That was the only question. mark.
I believe both.
I think they'll
probably
both be
both
there.
Forsberg and Goudreau will be on another team. That's my.
I don't know about Forsberg. I
Forsberg
think
is going to
Forsberg's
sign
staying.
next week.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
he's
he's
going to
staying.
stay in
He
Nashville.
always
We'll
does.
see.
Yeah,
He just got an offer 8 for 8.5.
yeah,
Not bad.
he's staying in Nashville.
And the reason also 8.5 they equal 9.3, I believe, on the tax. So any team have to pay him 9.5, 7 year. So now he's get 63 million example, right? Now he's getting about like 68 with tax involved with everything. He make more money to stay in Nashville. And he love Nashville.
Yeah, they get along well.
So I don't think so. Him is go over there. Yeah, he would cash in a prospect. Hey, I hope so. I think it's great play right there, King. If you get this, that would be awesome. About this one over there. I'm not sure it will happen. Here we go. Strom Co-op Cup said we're going to UFA this year. Capo Chidil possible is on the trade block. Georgiev not return. They just signed today Julian Gauthier. He was supposed to be on a trade, but now he's signed for 1 year. So the reason I talked them is they don't have any more second center number 2. Chidil is too young to get there. And I think they will possible RFA couple. I don't think they want to thrill Chidil. It was mentioned his name again Winnipeg for Dubois. But Georgiev is not returning because they're going to open the door to Dylan Carla. And now, what is you think about this? What kind of center, or maybe in the chat, guys, you can mention, what kind of center do you believe could be the second center for the New York Rangers with or with no trade? So they can get a UFA or they can trade, but I think that will be not the best way for them.
Look at their lineup.
All right, let's go on to the next question. Just kidding.
Well, I think they'll want to sign Coop.
Yeah.
Cop. That should be Cop.
Cooper.
Strome is a different story. I'm not sure that they're
On the same page.
He's making what, $4.5 million.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
They can make it work. make it work. I don't see.
But now they're not returning. They both said they're going to trust the UFA.
But they could still sign him.
They can sign
Yeah.
them, but now
Yeah,
they
they
want to
can.
get there. When you hit the market or UFA, expect not returning usually.
I still think
It's-
Kopp they'll somehow reel him in. And Seidel, I think they'll keep that kid as well. Unless they go into a big trade with him. Capo is a
Yeah.
different story.
Yes,
If
I
they
don't.
I
trade
don't know.
Capo, they have to get a top line player. Like they have to get JT Miller, for instance, and they sign him long term. They have to get whatever a top line
Exactly.
players.
The
Whatever
problem
they
is
feel.
Kako right now doesn't
Yeah.
have a high value or high return based on
Right.
what he's produced over the last couple of years. So you're not going to get,
I guess
you're not going to get the equivalency. Like they're going to be selling low for him.
Yeah.
I could see like Trocheck as a good replacement if the Canes can't sign him.
Definitely.
Especially
I
Gerard
don't think
Gallant. There's the Panther connection, Gerard Gallant.
Yeah.
I
then-
think Carolina hangs on to Trocheck.
Do you think?
they
I
like
don't know.
him. Yeah.
And then maybe the Rangers should go after Niederreiter. He'd be
But you
good.
gotta
I
think-
see Trocheck
I
with
can see
Boston.
I see Trocheck leaving
What?
because I think that
Like,
Carolina's
Trocheck and
going to have to
Marchand hate
focus
each
on
other.
a goal scorer.
I know.
I see Cup with Boston Bruins.
Really?
I could see that.
They're looking for a second center.
But I don't see
Could you see
Trocheck.
him
And
back
the
in
way Cup
Winnipeg?
play, physicality, two-way center, he fit very well with Boston organization.
But he looked good in New York too.
What?
He looked
In-
good in New York as well.
Well,
Yeah.
he looked good in Winnipeg too, but
But they will cost you about $6 million to get him.
I'd pay for it
Yeah.
if I was them. I'd grab him for sure. He's the guy.
I just
who's
worry.
crucial
I
at
just
that
worry a
point.
little bit. He's had a couple concussions over the last couple years, and that kind of worries me a little bit. If you're going to overpay that amount, that's
Sure.
the only thing. Otherwise, I definitely can see him going for $6 million somewhere.
Because the problem with the Rangers, they have to pay 10 million. You have only 10 million for 7 players.
Ouch. Yeah, that's not good.
And that's not including Kako and our $3 million next year.
Well,
He'll-
Georgiev was just over
Either-
$2 million, right?
And what he will do with Veterano over there now.
You can sign him for cheap, like 2 or 3 million. That's like your
Yeah.
third or
Yeah.
second line.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be that worried for that.
Well, Vetrano's at 2.5 right now.
Yeah, that's where he was. Yeah.
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 So it's
It'll
gonna.
be interesting to follow that for sure.
That Seidel kid is beautiful. I mean, they really should think of holding on to him. He was
Yeah,
one of their
I think they'll keep
positives.
him. Another
Yeah.
bridge deal,
Yeah,
I
they
think.
will.
Let's move on to the next thing. We get about this. Wise Bear, welcome aboard, Mr. Wise. Thanks with us to be tonight. What are your thoughts on Jim Montgomery, named Bruins head coach? Should they have let Bruce Cassidy go?
I don't think they should have let Bruce
I don't
go.
think they
Yeah.
should have.
Without looking
But-
looking at what the player said or may have said, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Then you look at the rumors that the Bruce didn't like him. Possibly Bergeron may have said no, stuff like that.
That's
And
a question
you
mark
could-
right
you
there.
could see there's a justification for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, having
That's a
said
sad
that, Montgomery's going to be good too. I like Montgomery. I think he'll bring
He's a good coach.
a different view to the team as well. And if the players buy in, they I think they should be fine. But they got to address center.
Yeah,
Did see Krejci coming back?
No,
that's going to be interesting.
No.
I don't see it though.
Who?
Be nice.
Krejci.
David Krejci?
Krejci.
No.
No.
Jim Montgomery, guys, I've been 6 years in the Hockey Coaching Association. Every year they have a new coach talking, like Dan Quinn and everything. Jim Montgomery did it. And I did my level 4 coaching USA and Colorado. And one of them, it was Jim Montgomery as a speaker, also teaching hockey. And,
And
that,
what are your thoughts?
that time, he was not on his best in his life. So when I'm saying he was like drinking a lot, everything like that. So he speak at the US Hockey, 9 minutes and 36 seconds. and then he left. And then at NHL hockey, he stayed there only 15 minutes. Usually 60 minutes. His presentation, no, nothing, no, nothing. He was just talking and then let's go. He said us at Denver University, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we practice. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime Monday. And I'm doing always the same drill every single week.
Wow.
Then he left.
Maybe it was happy. Maybe it was happy hour. I don't know.
Probably was. He was at the saloon. Your saloon.
It was funny to see that about this. We wish the best because he looked like a good guy anyway. I know he recovered very well since he's got fired, everything like that. But we wish the best for him. Do the Rangers have any prospect center or system? Not really, King. They really want. They have a Shidil and Lafreniere. They're already NHL. They have a Hoffman. They have Omen. They have John Longvis, defenseman. Schneider is another one. They are really good on defensemen. Krasov play more like a winger. Would be interesting if he's coming back or not next season.
Wow.
So will be another one to see that. Trocheck, Dubois, or Evan Kadri, if Rangers can find the money, are great for them.
I mean, you look at their decor and you see Jacob Trouba making $8 million, Adam Fox making 9.5, and then there's a big margin of space between Trouba and Lindgren with $3 million. Like, could you see them trying to move Trouba somehow to free up? Because then Schneider in a year or two could easily be a top 4D man.
You need it. You need 5 guys like Trouba on the playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you suffer. But when the playoff drop, you need. That's the reason why you did that. The Rangers deep because of Trouba. That's the reason like Montreal did it because you have Weber. You need always someone have a good hammer between both hands. And when you have a good hammer, that's helping. And can do that.
Yeah.
He played with the limit. But every player will play again, their head was up all the time because they know they was coming fast, everything like that. Can we answer to your question, Park Monkey, about David Krejcik, about this? I don't see him to coming back for sure. Washington need a center to check. And I think Strom and it's a cup is not it's not what they're looking for. Washington on my eyes.
I think they should look for like a Sam Bennett player to help work well with Wilson. Like, imagine like 2 very nasty forwards. That'd be like a great second line.
Yep. RG, welcome aboard. RG back in the house after a back baseball tournament. What player do they add trade to have room to resign their RFA player they have coming up next year, like goalie?
I mean, Hoffman.
Well, right now they're trying to get rid of. They're trying to unload Petrie. I think they're open to offers on Drouin, Hoffman, even Armia. So they're trying to open the doors. There's no.
I don't think so. They will trade Hoffman or Drouin. I think 2 players after that is going to be only Armia and Biron.
No.
I don't think Byron's going to go.
Oh, not Byron. I'm not saying Byron.
Byron won't go because...
No.
I think Hoffman will go this year because now he has Dadonov.
Hoffman, Drouin, I think will be possibilities.
I think Hoffman will stay another year.
Yeah.
Get his value up, especially now with Dadonov. They play together with Florida, so I think they're going to keep him. Maybe make a line with Hoffman and Dadonov.
You're going to find me because we're going to ask you in the next couple of minutes a bold situation, but I'm going to give you a bold situation right now, Mr. Nata. They're going to waive Paul Biron. No team's going to claim him. He's going to go to Laval Rocket. They're going to keep that salary. They're going to let play Pinard, Alonen, a player like that. And they would prepare him to become an assistant coach or a guy working for the Montreal Canadiens in the future.
Yeah. No, I definitely think he's going to stay within the organization in some capacity. Yeah.
And that way, you finish at the bottom 5. But don't tell anybody we want to tank.
Sure.
We want to organically tank.
But yeah, Byron's staying. He's staying in the organization.
Avez-vous fait le quiz? Non. Yann, on n'a pas fait le quiz, puis va-t'en pas. On a des solides questions, mon homme, tonight. Guys, if you want to participate, the best quiz of the year, it's tonight, July 1st. You're going to remember this forever with 5 special questions. Andrew, you need to bring your wife, your phone, your dog, your Alexa. You have to ask everybody about this one over there.
My bestie means hardest.
Mr. Zuni, welcome aboard, Mr. Zuni. I love you, emoji. We talked about him a little bit earlier, Zuni, but we have a great question. We didn't ask what they get in return. We talk about Detroit, Edmonton, and we talk another team. I cannot remember, Zuni. I really believe Detroit and Edmonton are 1 and 2. Now, he have an NMC, so he decide where he want to go, Zuni. Now, he's been with Eiserman, the influence, Brisebois, Eiserman, McDonald. It could be that one over there, Zuni. I really believe he'll go to Detroit. And because it's the money-wise open up for Brisebois, don't expect more at...
I think a forward prospect or two.
Do you believe
Tampa's
you
getting
gave
low
return
depth
a second-round pick or you gave Zadina?
If I'm Tampa, I would not mind Zadina. Like, I would take that.
I don't know.
I mean, you look at a
I
wing
don't
who
know.
can place into the top 6 of
Not
Tampa.
sold on Zadina. Not sold
but
on
I
him.
think I could see him develop somehow. Like there, like in the second or third line, you look at who they're going to lose. It's going to because their top 6 without Palat. You can see Zadina. I could see him with Kucherov possibly. I could see him with Cirelli. I can see John Cooper fix his game as well because John Cooper is that type of coach who could fix and help Zadina out.
I don't mind seeing them go with somebody young like that, but Zadina, when I hear Eiserman's comments on him and they weren't that great, I'm concerned.
Now, Eiserman, guys, he was so upset at the last 2 months of the year because not the reason they lose, the reason they not compete. That's the reason Blasting he got fired after that.
Yeah.
He talked about this today. As I think is Keith and not Keith Allen. I think his name is Allen, and he was on the Jeff Marek show today or yesterday. Talk about how Eiserman was so upset the way that Detroit finished with non-compete, everything like that. So,
Exactly.
but again, that's the only way he can get in return is a player like this because they don't want money. They don't have money. So that's only Zuni will happen. It was just a flip at the deadline. It's not going to be at the deadline, Caleb. It will have happened this summer.
Yeah, and then it's just, they try to sign Palat.
Because they probably cannot keep him for that reason. What do you think? What do you guys think about Arbor Jack I? Some said Jack High, some said Jack High. So anyway, we talk about the same guy.
No, that's the right pronunciation. It's Jack.
Yeah, that's the right pronunciation, Jack Eye.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's,
So what do you think about him?
I love that
I think
kid. I think
he's
going
going
to
to be up here before we think. Like this guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a little bit of time this year. I expect him more the year after, but given his physicality and the development, the amount of growth that has happened over the last year and a half, this guy is going to fit in nicely, and he's going to be a fan favorite.
Yep.
Do you think he believe he could become the Ben Chariot?
I think he could be end up being better, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so. Better.
He's got a better shot.
Yeah,
they've compared it. His shot is very, very strong. He plays a physical game. Like you will.
Physical, he got it. Physical, he got it.
Yeah,
that's
skating.
But this year, the area that he really improved in that we don't hear much about is his defensive game. He really developed it this year.
He's keeping up with the players, and like I say, I like the physicality he brings.
And
I think
watch him in
just with the enforcing. You watch. That's enough of a positive thing for us to have somebody stand up for our teammates. right?
Now,
Yeah,
I understand you're all
exactly.
excited. I understand that. You should be excited, but I will calm down everybody. He is 21 years old, playing the league about an average of 18.5, 19 years old. So it's make a big difference for him to play in OHL. He was overage most of the year, and because he was that kind of physicality, he showed up very well this year. Now he improved, he get better. Undrafted players, I can see that. But to see him like the way like you gave me almost like a top 4 in the NHL, not gonna happen.
No, not top 4 yet. He's
No.
not. He's not.
And that's
there,
one of my
but-
question. I said, do you think it would be better to bench Charlotte? Both of you said yes.
Well,
Yes,
remember, our
because
Montreal Canadiens of the past here had a lot of guys that weren't technically second liners. We had guys thrown into positions they really weren't suited for. And so, you really got to look at that as well for the prior team. So it's kind of hard to compare that. I think if you put him in the right placement as a third set defenseman, he'll be fine.
Okay. As you put on the third pairing, that's possible he can make it. But
Yeah.
expect him to be like right now.
No,
I would take him about 2 years.
I said
I'd say-
another year.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah, another
this,
year.
but this year you will see him playing some games. They'll bring him up
They'll
just
try.
to display.
They will have
display
to do it. After
Yeah.
Christmas, guys, we're going to call the mini rocket.
Yeah,
I hope so.
if they trade away their some of their assets, but
For end of
mean,
that,
do
I
not
saw your
sleep
comment
on
the
this
other
guy.
day about the some old and Jack Sparks game that need to be addressed. What do you like about him, and what does he need to work on his move, sir? Skating.
well, if I'm not mistaken, I believe 6'7". Like this guy he's probably your next Chara in terms of the physical aspect that he can bring to the game. His skating's a little bit.
Of course, his
it's weak.
edge is not great.
Yeah, yeah. So he needs to work on that quite a bit. But you know what? He's got good hockey IQ. He's definitely solid in terms of like getting in the corners and defending. There's a lot to like about him, but there are a couple of areas that will need developing. And I mean, he's still young, so I can see that being addressed. Yeah, exactly. He's 6'8" from what I see now. 234 pounds. Yeah. Like this guy could potentially still grow. He's still young enough.
That's a scary thought.
Now he play for. He's going to be for Michigan State University.
Yeah. Which is a good league, good team.
Now he played for an OG guy, so for semi college school, right?
Right.
So he did not play in OHL.
Not yet. No, that's why. Like he needs.
I think he's going to be if he's get draft 6, 7 round pick and maybe undrafted.
Yeah, I think it'll be late. I don't know if he'll go undrafted. I think he'll be picked
The
up.
only way he will get there is because he's 6'8".
Yeah.
That's
I
the
agree.
reason about this. Luc Lafontaine Biron is a goal for young players. Yes, I would keep him, Luc, in the organization for sure. Zinec Gaming, welcome aboard. What do you think it take Columbus so long to sign Laney? Should not that be priority number one?
Term. Does Lina want to stick long term with Columbus, or does want to do another 1-year deal?
I would tell you, Frank, usually you wait until the playoff done before you sign RFA. Now they are in the process for everybody to get there. Secondly, Frank, nobody would pay his money because he's already almost at $8 million, so they're not going to be worried about RFA. They're going to lose him. That's the only reason, Frank, they did not sign right away. And I know Laney also. Now, how much you would pay? It costs them $8 million for next year. So,
Yeah.
and we don't
not
know,
more.
you know, Laney, you never know, right? Which door he's going to take and what he will going to say and what he's going to do. So, if I take Laney, I would never give him more at 3 years.
I agree.
Contract.
Yeah.
And I don't think so. After 1 year, he would be gone anyway, so it will be interesting. I want to see the French system first, especially with a healthy Varanus Z connection, have a chemistry. Yes, you're absolutely right about this. I think Lalonde is going to maybe helping him. Him and Joe Villano have to find a expectation with Michael Rasmussen. Three players, I think they have to step up more and the organization about the Detroit Red Wings. Mr. Adam Berger is in the house. Not a problem. Enjoy your time, Mr. Adam. David Archer is in the house.
David.
I said Detroit would then trade him at the deadline, possible. Caleb.
Yeah.
But I don't know if his value will be high. At least he have a good year, but will be interesting. Jack I like this. Look like person. I never see him, but from what I heard, he's all physical, but nothing else for pro. I think he's a little bit better. Nicholas, he's very physical on defensive zone. Win the battle, and again, he was split with the younger. I want to see him in Laval. I want to see him what he's going to do again. Everywhere, Nicholas, he always been underdog, and he go through every adversity, and he show the people what he look like. So it's a challenging guy, players like that, and I wouldn't be surprised he becomes successful. But again, third pairing defenseman, you have a guy sit on the bench. If someone get a little bit nervous on the ice, you put the number 63. Say, hey, buddy, go get Maroon. Hey, buddy, see Corey Perry? Let's go.
Shifley.
So that's something like that you need. Lip Everson, Jack I is Ludwig 2.0.
Yeah.
Great Ludwig.
Exactly.
6'8", 233,
Yeah, it's
34 pounds. I want to see Riley Kidney and Joshua Roy to get some NHL time. I don't know about Kidney. I think both of them will be at Laval next year.
I do too.
I think so.
Can Kidney return in QM? I think they will keep Joshua Roy before Kidney. To depend what they have. The first round. San Jose should trade player with value of pick prospect, get young player to help Kakkonen long term.
I don't think Kakkonen will be their guy long term. He was solid, but not like amazing, like long term worthy. No. He's like, middle of the line goalie.
Yeah.
1B.
Zazina is overrated. What do you think Kakkonen new contract will be?
In the $3 or $4 million range.
Yeah,
Let's see.
$4 million.
Especially with Colorado.
Yeah. $4 million.
And he's our
Yeah.
And Colorado will give it to him.
Do you think he can get 4.5 for 6 years?
I think he can get
Maybe.
4.
He might. It's a bit of a stretch, but
If it's a longer term.
Yes.
He might, yeah.
I don't know, but I think that's kind of the situation. If Lee don't sign Campbell, do you believe there is a possibility Lee will have a tough time to make playoff this year? My answer is yes.
It only depends who they replace him with.
Yeah, it depends. Really does.
I think Shalgren will still be okay as your backup. But you're right. It's whoever they put in first ahead of him that's going to be the difference.
Where's he hoping going?
I mean, they shouldn't. They cannot
go with Marechek and First of all, Luciano, welcome. But like Luciano said, you cannot go with Wild Green and Luciano and Marechek to win or to make the playoff.
Not a chance.
Marechek was so off. Like his placement was so bad. Like he was like out of the crease for like most of the games.
Yeah, I agree. Terrible.
You're welcome, Joseph. But I think I don't see him top 4 with the Montreal Canadiens. If he does, congratulations. But I think you have to wait a little bit longer, Joseph, about him for sure. Let's hope so. Just tell you what I heard. Again, I've not seen him. Not a problem, Nicholas. It's all good. Understand. What if Talbot go to Toronto?
That would not be bad if Minnesota re-signs Fleury for another year. And then maybe they should call up Jesper Wallstedt and then trade Talbot.
Terry, I can answer you. They were not
think
going
so.
to trade me. I just listening Bill Guerin this morning. And
Talbot's not going anywhere.
you know what? They love Talbot. And I will love Talbot at $3.5 million.
That's
Yeah.
right. And that's what Fleury's making too. So
Will the Hurricane try to add the offense?
They
have
got
to.
it.
Yeah,
we
Right,
saw
they-
what happened.
They're losing Niederreiter. They're probably going to lose Trocheck. They're going to go for someone big.
Yeah, they do. They really need a goal scorer.
I think they could trade Natchez for a big one of those big guys in the market. Not on the free. on the trade.
I wouldn't give up on Natchez yet. I think he's got some good talent.
Yeah.
It's just if he has the proper players to be surround them.
But if
you're
you
right
Vancouver,
about-
yeah, that's what you ask them for Miller.
True, that's
You asked for a
true.
winger.
But I think JT Miller would help Carolina quite a bit.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they have money to pay him with Jordan Stahl being expiring at the same time. They'll have plenty of money to pay JT.
The case over there is to figure out now what you do with Tony DeAngelo.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
And that's really there what they have to figure out this. And I'll talk, like you said, Nick Cash is this disappointment. I think that's the one of them, honestly, for last season about this.
Does a Kadri help them?
I don't see Kadri in this organization.
Yeah,
I don't
more
think
in
he's gonna
Kadri.
I don't see the way they control the players, everything like that. I don't see Kadri. Anyway, he had too many men on the ice, so
I love that T-shirt.
you know. Do you believe if Price return, he should take on the backup role to keep this knee fresh? He will have to keep him around with that contract term regardless.
It depends if they want to develop. Like you can't develop Jake Allen anymore. I think they're letting go of Sam Montembeau. Well,
They're going to
make
split
a
the
big
game
jump
if
right
he
now.
plays.
It's
Right.
become a half season for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays. about
RG
40,
confirmed
45 games.
the Vancouver Canucks signed Brock Bowser for a $6.65 million AAV deal. You're absolutely right, RG. It was confirmed. Marechek is not
bad.
great. What are the Sean Malkin leave Pittsburgh?
Very good.
Very high.
Because
I'd
I don't
say
see him
70,
anywhere
30.
else. I just don't
70,
see
But
him
they got,
anywhere
they got
else.
What's that?
He's been. I love the guy.
It's
but
just
he's
so hard to
injury-prone.
imagine not in a Pittsburgh jersey. It's gonna be so odd.
Oh, I
It's
know.
hard to-
But,
They got to
I mean,
unload him.
I never thought I'd see the day that Guy Lafleur would not be wearing a Montreal Canadian jersey.
Exactly.
you see-
I never thought I'd see Wayne Gretzky traded.
Do you see
Right,
Malkin with the New York Rangers?
Yes, I could see it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have problems already trying. We just went through that a little while ago in terms of players they need to resign and players that
At
are gonna
$5 million,
test the
do you
market.
think he could get him?
I think you'd rather go to Florida.
Do you think Malkin can go to Washington Capitals with Ovechkin?
I could see that.
Could see it,
That would
yeah.
be nice. That
I know
would
they
be
don't
really
like to
nice.
go match Washington Pittsburgh, but
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be something.
That would.
a great question
see
here from K. Did the Bulls overpay for Nick Paul?
In terms of term.
No. I
In
love
terms of
Nick
length
Paul.
of contract.
I think
You're
it's
paying
good
for a
What
middle
was the
six
amount
winger
again?
for the next 7 years.
For how
He
much?
could easily decline. He's 27 right now. It's 3.125, I believe.
How many years?
See,
7.
7.
Okay.
The money
36
isn't
on the
bad.
contract.
The money isn't
Yeah.
too bad.
It's not bad, especially from
But
what we saw.
the
Years.
length of the contract.
Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna start hitting that downward spiral when he's like 32, and there's still be like 4 years left in his contract.
Now, I will say to you something about him. Remember Marcus Gruger for the Chicago Blackhawks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he did in the playoff? After that, he signed a contract 3 years. No, he signed a contract a long term. He disappeared in NHL 3 years after that.
I know. That's my
That's what
worry.
you gotta
And
worry
7 years is a lot of
Yeah,
term.
it's a long contract, too long.
Especially for a middle six when you're like it makes sense if it's top six, but middle six, I don't like
Now,
that.
I do get that, you can kind of trust Cooper's words, and Cooper's got great things to say about him. So I trust Cooper that way, but I think the term is still too high,
I mean,
year-wise.
Nick Paul probably outlasts John Cooper now.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's a lot of a lot of years.
it is. It is.
Yeah,
You know what I
without
mean?
a doubt.
What would you see a Sergachev extension be like?
At 3 million. Now, he's 27, right? He played third center, example, and he got an NTC, by the way. So, if he produces like he's supposed to produce, it's a cheap one.
Yeah.
There we go. Next one. The rumor going around that Mikheyev won out at Toronto because of lack of ice time.
I think he just wants out because he wants to get paid.
I think it's the contract, the money they want to give to him, also Luciano. But
And they also didn't like what they saw in the playoffs. He shied away from a lot of rough play.
I'm not even going to touch that with Toronto.
I'm just not sold on Mikheyev. I would affect his speed.
Yeah, he's got great speed.
He's
I mean,
great
you can
speed and
use him on
solid
phenomenal
on the PK.
PK. Yeah, exactly. His hands are actually good hands. Like, he can score. But
Big time.
I don't know.
Those corners. I mean, besides
When
the
they
PK,
don't get,
I just don't think
He's-
he fits there. Simple as
he's
that.
not a playoff.
Really.
He's not a playoff kind of player. At least he hasn't shown it yet.
He hasn't shown it in Toronto.
How
Like,
many
give him a
years do you
different,
give to Pittsburgh Crosby?
Crosby's there for another 4 years, I think.
Yeah, I think he has 4 years.
Yeah.
He'll be a Penguin forever.
Is 8.5, 8.7 is 35, 36, 37, 38 at the end.
And he's still
At 20.
almost like he was on like a crazy point pace this year. He had like 30 goals and he only played like 50 games or 60 games.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
expect
I think
Joshua
they'll
Roy
make-
with Montreal in 2 years?
Not as a second line winger.
Possibly. I mean, it's hard to predict what's going to happen in the next 2 years and how some of the younger
No.
players will develop. But I
No.
don't see it.
No. I don't see it at all.
3 year, like $9 million. Now, Ian is already set up over there about this. When the last time Boston Montreal make a trade together?
I'm looking for it in cap friendly.
Was it
Okay.
Recchi? Was it when they traded Recchi to Boston?
I think we traded Recchi back to Philly, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to Philly. Yeah, that's right.
Tampa should
Yeah.
really look for more speed. This one out up another PO.
Definitely.
Crosby Champa and the 7. Are you Abs fan? What do you think will happen with Johnny Gaudreau's situation? Look, if he's not signed or he did not confirm he return the next 5 days, I think he's going to be a UFA.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he is
Roger
too.
Delaney said, Coach, hi, Mr. Roger, welcome.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, Roger. How are you?
Just curious, figure most where would China been abcentric in the French? Luc Lafontaine, c'est Chris Nallen. About this one of that, let's move on to the next one. I want to talk about this. Mr. Notar, we're going to hold this to Sunday, if not, it'll be too long to get there. Curious about the Edmonton Oilers, guys. Keith maybe return. Smith out, long-term injury reserve. They need a goaltender.
Yeah.
Will Javi trade block? They expect to trade him. Barry Cashin, they would like to trade him because the salary $4.5 million. Kane Kulak tried to resign with Edmonton Oilers. Everything I just said here, what do
That
you
all
feel?
makes sense.
What do you feel is going happening there?
I mean, Keith
Totally
is
agree with
40 years
everything
old,
written there.
So I think he's retiring where he goes off to Arizona for the contract retiring.
Which one?
You know, get the money. I think Keith and Smith could go back to Arizona in terms of how they LTIR, like just to get the LTIR space out. That way they can try to move up Holloway and Broberg for that.
I think they're not going to do it
it's-
because the 2.1 million does not affect
Yeah.
the Edmonton Oilers, honestly, on long term. They are already the defenseman Arlofsson or Arlofsson,
and
whatever
he'll be
he is.
done.
So I don't think so.
He'll be
It's
done.
necessary to helping a lot. So Smith's not a big deal. The Keith is a big thing because it's $5.5 million. They love him a lot, by the way. They will allow him to come back. So it'll be interesting. I think he will. But now the biggest question is Bill Georgiev. They want to trade him, but he's looking for a players have an impact already in the lineup. And his name is it's not bad at all. Like I think, but I don't know. Where do you see him?
Oh boy. I mean, he's yet to produce anywhere near what his projection was. Like, what did he get this year? About 30, 35, 40 points at the most. And
There's
that
like one
was,
point where it's like
by
scoring,
his
like,
standards, that wasn't bad, right? But he's,
One
I
of
mean,
his
he's a
better
big
years.
body. He can get in front of net. He can skate. Like he's got the talent. I think it's
he needs
just,
that coach to put it in him like that. That real.
I know, but you know what? Given some of the talent that the Oilers have, if this guy hasn't produced with these guys,
With Connor
I don't know
McDavid
if
or Draisaitl, if you
You're
can't
right,
produce
exactly.
with those two, you give me a break.
I don't know what he's going to get, but I see him with Carolina.
That could happen. I could see that.
that would be.
They're losing
I
now,
think
neither
that would be a
Raiders.
mistake.
They have the Finnish connection going, so I could see that.
Yeah.
But it just,
Octavio,
I don't know. I don't know if that's what
Awesome.
Carolina needs.
I don't
think
say they
Carolina
need it.
needs
They need
somebody
a
that can score.
superstar.
Yeah, but because the reason I said that, they're losing the Raider.
Then I think it's easier to replace Niederreiter with Natchez if they want him to take that next step. Just don't
Yeah.
trade Natchez and
Yeah,
So they would
I
have
agree.
to find a guys like Bill Georgiev or someone like this to set up in Carolina. I don't know. I just mentioned a team
I
like
don't
that.
see it.
I don't know
Yeah,
which
I
other
don't-
team, but
I don't see it with
I think they need a
Carolina.
goal scorer more so.
yeah, or make Svechnikov like he just has this amazing year. They're just still wait. He's still 30 goals. Like he has 40 goal potential, I believe. Especially
Still
looking
think
at
he
some of
needs
the-
a little help. I think they
Yeah,
still
for
need
sure.
one more piece for goal scoring, right?
Yeah, just that one more. Yeah, just to make it click.
Yeah.
That's where KK gets 120 points and
I like the fact Luciano said Ottawa expressed intérêt on Bill Georgiev. And I think Ottawa has something for them.
why not? Like why wouldn't
They
they
do.
do now?
I think
Like,
it's
yeah,
a good
plenty of
point,
minutes and
Luciano.
ice time.
I like that. I like that one over there. For this one over there. Kulak said Bill Georgiev go back in Finland. Yeah, not much money. Look, he can make so much money here. I don't know why at this age he's going to go back over there.
Could you see him in Buffalo?
Puyarvi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be a good fixer, a good project to work on there.
Yeah, for sure. And
They-
he's got the
they've gone-
size like that.
Problem is,
Team.
they've gone through a lot of projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barry is already signed, Nicolas. He's sur le market pour être tranché. All right. Let's move on here. We get there. Who will back up Nikonkovic? Is that a goalie on the system or they sign someone trade for one?
I think they
they'll
got to
sign
get someone.
one.
Yeah, I think they'll
I
sign
think they do.
somebody.
I don't see them training for another goalie.
No, they'll sign someone.
Do you see Alak over there?
I was gonna say Halak, yeah.
As a
I
backup,
mean, just
yeah.
one. Does Halak have a cup though?
They have a tough
No.
year, but
Oh, he had a
Maybe.
brutal year.
I
Was he
think
in?
Halak rather sign with
he's
a
UFA.
contender. Yeah, I don't see him back with Vancouver. They did not have a good relationship.
He's not returned to Vancouver. They let him go. That's
Yeah.
confirmed.
Oh, already? Oh, okay.
If
He should
Florida's
retire.
not bad the first 2 months, do they ship him to Pittsburgh for retire ceremony or retire around league? No. Terry,
I don't see him
Bill
going.
Guerin is really close friend with Fleury. That's the reason he been there. And he said again, Bill Guerin today, they want him back. So he said, if Fleury want to come back, we keep him. But he said, we don't know yet if he want or not.
And he doesn't want to move.
It's so funny.
He almost didn't
Bonne nuit,
go
mon
there
Nicolas.
because of
They're a great 1-2 punch, really.
Yeah,
Talbot
that would
and
be
Fleury.
great.
They are a great 1-2 punch.
yeah.
Do you think Al could use a prospect like Noah Warren is squad to underrated players?
I don't know much about Noah Warren.
No,
to be
he
honest
played
with
for the Rampart. He's a big defenseman.
Yeah.
I think if he's available at 62, he could go there. I would not take him at 33. Some people, he is up and down that ranking, but I think he's going to be out at 50. I don't think so he will be available at 62. There's something they will look about this game, but that's been shot. Elio Biancucci is in the house. Who is the assistant coach for Montreal?
We're waiting to hear.
Defensive? We haven't heard yet. A defensive coach.
No. And I think Montreal would be wise in this draft to stay clear. They've got plenty of left side defensemen. They do not need a left side defenseman. Stay clear of it. We got tons of great prospects on that side.
But I would say to you, if
I would like to see an experienced coach that can take care of the defense, but can also be a sounding board for St. Louis.
Yeah.
I think they would.
Yeah.
I think they need two.
Yeah.
If they go with a younger like Francis Bouillon, something like that, I think they need more experience behind the bench.
Yeah, they need
Yeah,
they
I
definitely
agree.
experience.
To make
I
up
still
the
believe
experience
why not
before.
they don't take Guy Boucher.
Why not?
Yeah, I know.
Or
He
Bouchard.
was the one from. He was the one
Joel
that went
Bouchard.
on that long. That
Bouchard does not work in Montreal.
I don't know. He was on
Talk
the
about
list.
bad culture, as he is.
I don't know. He had a bad relationship with Marc Bergevin.
It's all about old culture. It's all about old school and push. It's a Tortorella
He had a
that,
good
and
connection.
it's a
He had a good
Tortorella
connection
who
with
is.
the kids. Yeah, he did have a good connection with the kids.
Yeah, but again, with
In
Montreal, with with Bouchard there, I don't see how this works with Martin Saint Louis, everything like that.
I think it could.
Yeah.
So he's looking now for who is going to be candidate for them. They have a lot, Elio and NHL, like McRitchie, Il Samuelson, Francis Bouillon, Guy Boucher. They have a few assistant coaches got fired the last couple of days in NHL. Now Spratt and Dan Staradin and our Bradshaw get there. Mike Yeo just go to Vancouver about this, Elio. But remember, Hughes and Gordon always get out something like nobody expect out of the box. So
That's true.
they maybe go with Dan Goya, Goyer, or someone else and QM and nobody expect, but not Patrick Roy. Kane still for $6 million for 1 year, maybe 2 years. The contract they offer, look, is $7 million for 3 years. The problem with Evan and Kane guy is situation with San Jose. It's not.
yeah, he's
San
still
Jose.
under contract.
It's not done deal yet. So that's the problem with that one over
Exactly.
there.
Like, how long are they gonna wait for that? I mean,
I don't know.
Murray,
that's a
because it would be
sticky
cheap, that
situation.
would be bad. Arizona need to go cheap this season. Fleury should go home. Enjoy is nothing to prove anymore. They have nothing, so nothing on much defense. Look, I agree. One day, Pittsburgh returning contract, maybe. I would not be surprised if return there, finish one more year over there. I like Bouchard, Crypto said. Not good, allowed for kids according to Ways. Who is, in your opinion, the best goalie coach in the league?
the Trotz one. He's like
Yeah.
trained. I forgot his name.
Mitch Korn. Mitch Korn.
Yeah.
Mitch Korn.
Yeah.
Link to
He
my
looked like he
RG
did that.
Rangers Montreal, link to Pierre-Luc Dubois. Trade Montreal, he boosts February 21, 20, Erich to Traverse. And how about Vincent Danfous?
Weinrich, right?
I think
Yeah,
number
Elio-
one.
Danfous
Yeah.
is not a coach, honestly, Elidis. Now we have a press conference Monday, guys, with Vincent Le Cavalier.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that's true. But I do hope we stay with getting somebody with defensive experience. Don't go and get a forward to coach your defense.
But I think the conference is more centered towards addressing the upcoming draft.
What about Vincent
I think that's
D'Anfos, Vincent Le Cavalier behind the bench?
I'd like to see that. I'd love to see that.
Again,
see
you have an
Martin,
inexperience,
like
right? And I'm
Yeah, you
not
still
sure
need somebody
that.
there.
Yeah, but he's not a defensive coach. Number one.
Right.
Number two, he doesn't
Right.
have the experience, and he's expressed that he doesn't want to be with the team every single day, like road and home. You know,
Yeah,
so
This was a
He's
couple
a
of months
manager.
ago.
I think
Yeah.
it'd be management.
Well,
But I mean, to help the forwards, it
If-
would be nice.
if
Right.
you're trying
Help
to
the
say
forward.
money talks, then I would agree with you. But who knows?
I heard something about Dan Boy for assistant coach. What do you think?
I mean,
I've heard
yeah,
that too.
there's
It wouldn't be
defenseman.
bad.
Yeah.
There's a defenseman.
Yeah.
Leonard need to go to fresh chip holder. Bougerie to Ottawa for Connor Brown and then a Duncan sign Cation. Cashin is already signed, guys. The player we tipped there is like they already have a contract already. Barry Cashin. They want to let them go because they cost too much money, Luciano. But you're a good point with Connor Brown for sure, Luciano, about him. Dubois could play left winger with Zuski Caulfield. Too much money, crypto, to get Dubois. Anyway, it would cost you so much in return. I don't think it's a great deal. All team need more goalies. What do you think the first goalie pick will be?
In the draft?
Either
No,
probably in
UFA.
the third.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, maybe in the draft.
Yeah,
The
then
draft,
it's
I think,
Tyler.
third round.
Tyler,
Yeah, it's the third round for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
early third round, I think. Like that Tyler.
Yep.
I believe he won like CHL Goal of the Year.
What is the chance to Markov an assistant coach?
Oh, that's a name. I've
I'd love it.
Again,
But I don't
no
think so.
experience.
Don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love it.
Le Cavalier is saying we would be a good match. Maybe not behind the bench, but I can understand that. The meilleur coach goalie is Frank Bergeron. Yannick. All right. Giroux to Ottawa.
No. Why would Giroux not win a cup?
I don't know where he's
Well,
going. I
he's
want to
going
have
home,
to take
right?
Tyler Brennan. He does have a starter potential with only backup goalie prospect. Only still Primo would be a starter still. Now, King, it could happen. Montreal have 62, 66, 75, 92, 97, or 98. It could happen. 127, 128. He could maybe
like it.
jumping him on the 75 picks. King of
Yeah.
Gamer. King,
agree.
I will excel should race attain. Bart, I think the New Zealand will win the cup before the Montreal Canadian. Bart, welcome aboard. And we'll see if New Zealand is going to win the Stanley Cup in 2 years. When does free agency start? July 13, Mr. Carlos. Agreed 7-year extension with Nick Paul. Thanks so much, RJ, for the congratulations about this one over there. And we're going to bring this Thursday, Sunday night, but this was all the UFA on the market. Lady Raider, Trotchek, Campbell, Michael, Goodrow, Klember. They're all going to be on the UFA in 2 weeks. And Malkin Letang on negotiation right now for both teams. Letang is very close to signing a contract. And Malkin is 50-50, like we said about this one over there. So they are the little update about this one over there. And which player will be trade? And they have too many people right now. We have 11 o'clock, so we'll shut down very quickly. We're going to bring this one up. Stand up top, keep your bowl
That's a show.
expectation for Sunday. We're going to talk about this Sunday. We have no show tomorrow, Saturday night. We'll be back Sunday night, guys, for the power play. It's all about the NHL draft next week. But we have to finish the show without... you're going to disappear, Park Monkey, but don't go nowhere. We're going to bring you... it's just the graphic was for 3 people. I would like Beauvillier. Crypto said Anthony Beauvillier have a very bad year, but potentially at 24 years old, they have a good year for sure. Crypto about him. Welcome aboard, Mr. Crypto. And Mr. Don't Go Nowhere. Here we go. We trick the magic. Here show up like this at the last second.
Oh my God!
Time for the Frenchy quiz. Let me take some information here on my note to be sure I have all the calculation. And
You're making the best
5
Frenchy
question
quiz
tonight.
ever.
5 question. Here we go. Are you ready? First question on the night.
Shoot.
And which league the name Vancouver Canucks it was used for the first time? And the British Columbia Hockey League, and the Western Hockey League, and the National Hockey League, and the Pacific Coast Hockey League, or on the Western Hockey Junior League? Good luck, everybody.
Oh, Coach, what do you do? Oh, my word.
Here we go. Blackhawk said E. Running with King said E. Caleb said D. That's the 3 first. Carlos said B. Joseph said B. Thank you, Joseph, to be with us. And Carlos, too. Charlie said C. Luke Laferson said E. Kelly, welcome back, Kelly. And maybe she take a nap. And Yann Giannet said B. Angelo said C. Crypto said A. A lot of people. Thanks again. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. And we're going to give already the first one. Let's starting from the left to the right with Mr. Inata. John D said B. Thank you, Mr. John, for your super chat tonight.
I'm going to go with B, the Western Hockey League.
Western Hockey League. RG said A. I did have a favor. I'm sorry to hear that, Kelly. But thanks to be with us. Pierre Martin said Western Hockey Junior League. Mr. Andrew, I know you're very smart. You remember that.
It's going to be B. I had my mind set on B.
Oh, we follow Mr. Notap and influencer. And Pac Monkey, are you going to follow the older men compared to you? Honestly, they are young, but they are older like you. Not like
Grandfather
you.
material.
Which
I think
one?
Pacific Coast Hockey League.
You go with D?
D, yeah.
All right. And we have Roger Delaney. He said E. And that's what we got so far.
Oh my God!
But the young men did it because it's the
Good job.
Pacific Coast Hockey League is the winner. And we have only one more. The first answer tonight, it was from Caleb Sars at D. And no, I missed the quiz. I was not live. Damn it. Zenit, we're just starting, Zenit. So you did not lose anything. Question number 1 is over. Only 2 good answers. Here we go. Question number 2 at the 5. Here we go. Which mascot team name was Pucky and Wally and the NHL? They are retired now. Is it the Edmonton Oilers, the Hartford Whalers, the Birmingham Bulls, the Canada Flame, or the Cleveland Baron? The name of the mascot was Pucky or and Wally and NHL.
Wally.
Wally?
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, thanks.
Actually, one of the older teams. Because Wally.
Charlie said B, and Blackhawk said B. Yan Jenner said B. Ron with King said E. Thank you. Carlos said B. Luke Laperson said E. Angelo said B. We have Crypto said B. We have Kelly, King of Gamer B. Everybody said B, guys. And King of Gamer said B. And that's what we got. Oh, let's start with Mr. Joseph said C. Mr. Andrew.
Hartford.
I'm sorry?
The Whalers, B.
All right. And then we have Joseph said C.
Thinking Wally, Whalers.
And we have Roger Delaney said C. John Deere said A. And that's what we got. Mr. Park the Monkey.
I'm gonna follow Andrew. Go with Hartford. Wally,
Here we go.
It's sold. It's sold. You sold it to me.
Yeah.
And Mr. Inota.
Yeah, it seems too obvious. I'm going to go with B as well.
Here we go. You're absolutely right. The answer is B. Wally and Pucky, Alfred Whalers in 1990s was the mascot of the game. Congratulations, everybody. Pat the Monkey and Caleb take the lead at 2. Many of you are 1 good answer. It wasn't easy, like I do. Question number 3 of the day. Maybe not this one. Good luck, everybody. What was the name of the arena for the Dallas Star from 1993 to 2001? The American Airlines, the Omni Arena, the Lone Star Rink, the Reunion Arena, the Continental Arena. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
And Caleb said E. Thank you, Caleb. Angelo said D. And then we have Caleb. Adam Barnett said E. Yann Genet said E. Luke Jefferson said C. Ron Whitking said E. Kalu said A. Zenit Gaming said E. Crypto said D. Then we have Blackhawk said D. Zenit Gaming said E. And that's what we got about this. What? Yeah, Jeunesse said no. I got this one. And then the Gamer said D. And then we have John Dieter. Pierre Martin said D. Pierre Martin. And then John, we have to put everybody on the paperworks. And we start with Buck the Monkey.
I'm gonna go with Reunion Arena.
And I got it. And Mr. Inota.
Yeah, it's definitely Reunion.
Mr.
I
Inota.
agree, American Airlines.
Totally agree.
Yeah, D.
D.
Both of you said D. Inota, Andrew Lapage. And Danny, welcome aboard. Roger Delaney said D. Pierre Martin said D. And the winner of this one, guys, it's easy. It's D. The reunion about this one over there. Congratulations, everybody. About
That
this.
was the easiest question you ever asked.
Here we go. Congratulations. It was okay, good. But the Monkeys at 3. Caleb at 2. Blackhawks at 2. Angelo at 2. Carlos Benevigas at 2. Pierre Martin at 2. King the Gamer at 2. Kelly at 2. Enortab at 2. Andrew Lapage at 2. I had no complaints so far, so I think I'm all right. Question number 4. Which team on this list have the highest value in 2021? Which team has the highest value of the team if they put on the sale? Which team have the highest value? Anaheim Ducks, Winnipeg Jet, the Nashville Predator, the Carolina Hurricane, Ottawa Senator.
Oh, I already know who this is.
Yeah, Crypto have 2. I'm sorry, I did not mention your name. Here we go. Zenit said B. Yann Genet said D. Thank you, Yann. Luke Lafortune said A. Alan Barnes said E. Carlos said C. Joseph said C. Charlie said A. Ron Whitking said B. Caleb said D. RJ said D. Thank you, RJ. Blackhawk said D. Kelly said D. Mr. Andrew. Pierre-Martin said C.
A.
A. All right. Crypto said A. Roger Delaney said D. And Park the Monkey.
I'm good with Nashville.
Nashville. All right. And Mr. Inotap. King of Gamers said A.
I'm going to go with Nashville as well. I think it's Nashville.
Oh my god!
And the people scream in the chair because it's Anaheim Ducks
wow.
the winner of this one over there. Listen, guys. Park the Monkey at 3. Crypto Bunny at 3. King of Gamer at 3. And Andrew Lapage are at 3 at that moment. And now we have to put Angelo in the game because he said A also. And that's why we got John D said D, the winner of this one over there. Last question, ladies and gentlemen. And good luck for this one. And listen, let me to explain this one. Between 2010, 2011, and 2020, 2021, what is the highest total number of the players registered play hockey in Canada? Not the year. Between those 10 years, what is the highest number? Is it 600,000 to 741,000? Good luck, everybody. We have to finish with a difficult one.
Yeah,
Of course.
Here we go. Blackhawk said C. Roger Delaney said D. Caleb C. Alan Barnes C. Is it this NHL coach? No, it's in Canada. You travel. Or junior, not NHL players. Ron with King said
Not
B. Yann Giannis said C. RG said E. Jose Lam said C. Luc Efferson said B. Charlie said E. Angelo said C. Carlos said E. Pierre Martin said B. M2, Crypto Bunny said A. Kelly said D. King of Gamers said D. John Dieter said D. Danny D said E. Welcome back, Mr. Danny. And I can show mine to D. Angelo. All right, Kello, can we know this coach? Here we go. Mr. Park the Monkey.
I'll go with D.
I'm sorry?
D?
D? All right.
Yeah.
And Mr. Inotap.
What is the highest?
Zenit E.
It's I'm gonna go E. Yeah,
D for Mr. Inotap.
Yeah, E.
All right, and Mr. Andrew. Everybody go with D.
Dan Daoud, D.
D.
Yep.
If you're right, you're one of them. Maybe win tonight. And you are right. The answer is D. 721,504 players in 2013, 2014, and they repeat the year after that, 2014, 2015. They are right now the winner of this one over there. So they are tonight. We have a couple of people win tonight. Park the Monkey won. Angelo also, following by King of Gamer and Andrew Lapage. 4 of them are 4 good answers tonight. Congratulations. Many of you have a couple of good answers, so thank you so much, everybody, to join us. That's conclude, guys, the show on the July 1st, 2022. We're going to be back Sunday night. It's all about the NHL draft. Monday, Sunday to Thursday. Of course, we'll be live Thursday about this one over there. Danny. And that's conclude everything. Anything you want to add, Mr. Notap?
No. Thank you.
Mr. Andrew?
Everybody have a great night, and we'll all see you Sunday.
Enjoy the weekend.
And
Enjoy
Bug the Monkey,
Have a good night.
we appreciate Bug the Monkey will be with us. Do exactly what you did. At 4 o'clock, you text me. I will tell you know what's going on. Until then, my friend, we want to wish everybody.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Don't forget, everybody, to click on the likes before you leave the building tonight. We wish everybody to Quebec, Canada, happy Canada Day. And for the people USA, happy Independence Day, July 4th. It will be Monday. We're going to see you before that. Until then, we wish you to remember, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate your second half of what?
Your
2022. We love you, people. Thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing, great weekend.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a nice night, Mr. Crypto, Angelo, Kelly, Luc Laportine, Zenith, Pierre Martin, King of Gamer, congratulations, Caleb, Mr. RJ, Danny T, Run with Kings, Blackhawks, Yann Jenner, Nicholas, Roger Delaney, Bug the Monkey, good night. Thank you again. For the 3 likes. Good night, Crypto.
Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed in your own way we would stand and we would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled. This
Thank you, Mr.
season so
Nota.
misguided. Oh, oh, oh. What do I
Thank you so much,
know?
King of Gamer. We love you too.